or you follow certain news websites, feel free, to for something you find interesting that you think would be fun to talk about, then feel free to post it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the oh, first thing I think we're going to talk about, this is just going to be very brief, is the Steam Spy ceases operations after Valve changes its privacy settings. So I actually like saw this happen in real time, where pretty much Valve made it so that like they have like a setting that like hides information that you can turn on or off, that websites like Steam Spy, and I'm assuming there's like Steam Spy, like Steam Charts, and there's like other, I use Steam Charts just because I mean they're all the same to me pretty much, um that use to keep track of what people are playing. It's all anonymous, I'm pretty sure, and I'm kind of wondering if Valve did this as a buck, like Facebook is getting shit on right now for their privacy settings. Like, we need to kind of do this now before. I don't know if they were using the information for bad or what, but I know like websites like Steam Spy and Steam Charts were pretty anonymous. You just got a chart, and then you could just like see what the most popular games were. It kind of sucks we won't be able to get reliable info on stuff now. Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, that's how I would test to see if I wanted to get like an older game that was like multiplayer, right? It would be like, okay, let's go, go on Steam Charts and let's see if this game is worth getting, because I want to know if there's people playing it. I mean, a simple workaround for this would be if Steam on their store page just had the amount of people online on the store page. But they probably don't want to do that because that might like discourage people from buying an older game. I know Steam has like their most active games, like you can look it up on the Steam app somewhere. But like if it's some like old game, it's gonna be such a pain in the ass to like find it in like the active list. Yeah, Steam is really slow about implementing new features. Um, yeah, I mean, it just sucks, but I get it. Oh, is this it right here? Yeah, so here's the Steam stats, but it's not like you like all it shows you is like the top 100 games, right? It's still some info, but if I wanna see a fucking like some old game is, it's gonna be a pain in the ass when I can just go to Steam Charts, type in fucking some old game that you want to play, and then now you don't know if the data is even correct or not. So I mean, that explains, like, if I was the Steam Spy dude, I would also just shut down my website after that. Um it's just, there's no point, right? It's, your data is just wrong on your website at that point. Um, it's just wrong. That's not the amount of people playing at the moment. Um, yeah, I mean, like, it would be nice if Steam implemented that um onto their store page, where they just had the number of people playing the game, like, just like, because you can like see like in your friends list like how many hours people have in the game and stuff like that. Like, you can just put like a fucking like a thing next to like in the info section that says like 500 people playing right now or 10 people playing right now. You're like, all right, well, I'm not gonna buy that game. I mean, like, you could argue for that feature, because you can be like, that would stop a lot of people from buying a game and then refunding it, and thus wasting Valve's time and wasting the player's time and making a more streamlined user experience. Um, or Valve could say, we don't want to do this because if someone's interested in the game, we just want them to buy it and find out for themselves, and we already have their money, and then maybe they don't know how to refund it, or maybe they don't want to refund it, they don't want to spend the time. I don't know. I don't know. Casuals barely know how to work Steam, let alone change their settings. Yeah, exactly. They're not. It's just completely unreliable. There's probably I guarantee you like a million Steam accounts that don't even know that something like Steam Spy existed. Don't even know that that information was viable. So yeah. Riparian exposed his password the first time he ever used Steam on stream, then blamed Steam for sucking. I didn't know about that. Oh yeah, it's not. There's millions and like of fucking just super casual. They get on Steam, they play their PUBGs, they play their Counter Strikes. Like I'm sure like if you play because I play some normie ass games. Like if I play a game of Counter Strike and I go and look at that if I look at like just the average players on my team's profile, usually it's like they have like 5 games. It's like Counter Strike, like Call of Duty, and then like some free to play shit that they have like 5 hours in, and their account's like 2 years old. And it's like that. There's probably millions of accounts like CS, Dota, PUBG, like games like that, right? These people own Steam to play just like Counter Strike or Dota or whatever. Like they don't care about anything else. Um, and I mean that's like Steam's probably biggest market. I have a 5-digit Steam ID. My account is 10 years old. I had an older account for Counter Strike 1.6, but I lost the password and I just couldn't recover it, and I had to like beg my dad to buy me Counter Strike again because I just couldn't figure out my password. I was like super young. It was yeah. I had to like beg my dad. We went to like Walmart to go see if they had it like cheaper. Um, Funny enough, because I kept on forgetting passwords and losing CD keys, because sure you guys remember when you bought a PC game, you had to have the CD key. And I had a book. It's in my closet. I still have it. I have like one of those CD books, and I would cut out the CD key from the paper and stick it behind the CD, and I got to put it in like the CD holder so they would be with each other. But every now and then, like the CD key would fall out, or I would lose it, or something, and then I didn't have a CD key. And then so my dad taught me how to torrent. That was a solution. Like, all right, Alex, time to learn. So for a while there, in like middle school, until I got a job in high school, my dad taught me how to torrent stuff because he was tired of me fucking um, losing passwords and stuff. Yeah, dude, I have like two of like the because in my CD holder it was like it was 2 rows and it was like 3 slots, so each page could hold 6. And I remember my Sims 2, I had like 4 pages of like Sims 2, like the original Sims 2, and like all like the DLCs or expansions as they're called back then, right? I had like 4 fucking pages of the Sims 2. Oh god, yeah. And you would have to just sit there and wait and be like, insert disc 2, and you're like, okay, and you put in disc 2, and you just wait. Insert disc 3. And then yeah, it was a thing. But yeah, that was a little bit of a sidetrack. A little bit of a sidetrack. Yeah, this just sucks for like people like us. But this won't affect like 80% of fucking 80% of Steam users. So this was the topic that I was going to rant about a lot. I'm going to try and control myself because I haven't even really read this article. It's just more of the topic itself triggers me, not for the reason that it's popular. I mean, just skimming this real quick. Like, it's just Twitch streamers giving their reaction to Logan and Jake Paul being more involved on Twitch. Twitch normies. Knew you'd find it spicy. Well, I hold a kind of a controversial opinion on this. I think I'm in the minority here. Um, let me just give a hot take on the whole Summit situation. Let me give a hot take on the Summit situation that kind of sparked this debate. Summit played like 5 games of Fortnite with Jake Paul, and everybody lost their damn mind, including Summit. Summit handled it very poorly. He even apologized and said he handled it poorly. I'm not a Summit apologist. I'm not a Summit viewer. I've never given Summit money. I've probably watched a total of like 10 hours of Summit in my how long have I been on Twitch? Like 6 years? No, 7, almost 8 years of being on Twitch. Probably watched 10 hours total of Summit. He played 5 games with Jake Paul, and like his chat was like freaking out, and he's like, "Yo, guys, calm down. Just like if you're freaking out, then you're not a part of the 1G family." Blah blah. And like he was just being like super dismissive, and it was just silly, right? And then like Soda Poppin goes on stream and he says like what disgusts me the most was like Soda Poppin like, I guess we can just watch it
or anything like that. I actually have friends who have messaged me saying, "Hey man, what do you think about playing with them?" And I was like, I wouldn't. If they asked me to play games, like I would say yes, but only under the condition I can say whatever the fuck I want to him. So like if I play with Logan Paul, I'm gonna make a joke about him in the fucking forest, and he better not get mad. So with that being said, he probably won't want to play with me. Fuck it then, right? But if you're gonna look at it from like a business perspective, playing with them, it ain't good for you. Like, who gives a fuck how many subs they have? They're fucking kids, are they?
Okay, I don't even want to listen to the rest of this. I have no issue against Soda Poppin, but I just fundamentally disagree with this. First of all, he's on a high horse here, acting like his whole career isn't built off of kids. His whole he said it before. I'm not making this up. He admitted that in his earlier streams he just did dumb things for views and money. Like his older streams were a lot more. If you were around on Twitch back then, he was like one of the he was one of the very hyperactive, crazy, like cancerous chats. Because he was one of those WoW streamers, right? You can put him up there with Mitch Jones, Rain or not Rainad, Rectful. It's like Soda Poppin. Yeah, like he used to be a jackass, which is fine. I have no problem with it. But then he goes on to, and I'm not saying that he's comparable to Jake Paul and Logan Paul because they've done some messed up things, right? But he's on a high horse about attracting kids when his whole chat, it's not as bad, but like his whole community for a long time was immature. It just was. I mean, he still has problems every now and then of people text to speeching the N word, and every time someone says the word black, someone types tryhard7 in his chat. Like, it's not like, dude, you're not, your community isn't like better. It was like so frustrating for me to like listen to this because it just didn't make sense to me. And plus, like, when is Twitch chat like, if you, unless someone was literally typing like Logang or like Jake Pauler in the chat, how could you tell the average shit poster apart from each other? How could you possibly? And the spam on someone's chat, a big streamer's chat, how could you tell them apart? You can't tell them apart. That's the thing. And so what's wrong with just bringing in more eyes, right? More eyes, more subscribers, more chance for you to get money, more chance for other people to get money, more chance to grow Twitch as a platform. They get more money, they implement more features. It's why would you not want to bring in millions of new eyes to the website? Oh, because they're kids. Everybody in Twitch chat's retarded, dude. Like, what the fuck are you going on about? It just makes no sense. And I guess I'm gonna segue into like, so anyway, Summit freaks out and he's like, my stream's dying, like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to play a couple games with Jake Paul, blah blah blah. And then he eventually apologizes. This kind of transitions into the topic of like normies on Twitch. So if Papa doesn't need new eyes, his channel is huge. He's stupid if he doesn't want the new eyes though. He doesn't need it. He could, I don't know, man. It's silly. It's actually, it's not stupid. If he wants to stick with his core audience, fine. Whatever. Implement rules. You have control. You have a certain amount of control over your stream chat. If you're worried that your channel is going to get influenced or affected by Jake and Logan Paul, then you're probably doing something wrong. Yeah, no, he apologized for the way he handled the backlash for playing a game with an idiot. I personally don't think he needs to apologize for playing a game with an idiot. Well, I mean, that's their fucking problem then, Empty. I mean, if you are a big streamer, I mean, you have to accept that, right? You have to accept the fact that you may have to pay modding for modding. You may have to pay a programmer to make you a bot to handle your chat some more. It's also Twitch, I think, needs to implement some more features, but it's just how it is. That's how it is. So these people who are like doomsday saying like, you know, with Jake and Logan Paul in the success of Ninja playing with like Drake and Travis Scott, this is the impending doom of Twitch. Like, we got bought by Amazon, one of the most normie companies in the world, the biggest normie company in the world, next to Google, right? Like, aren't they like top 3? And you're fucking complaining about Jake and Logan Paul? You should be worried about Twitch's creativity being corporatized, being influenced by the corporate hand of Amazon, rather than Jake and Logan Paul bringing more views to the platform and making it bigger. Like, I have a no. I'll talk about Zach. All right, Zach was a little bit reading about this. I hope he's okay with me talking about him. Ace in the chat, we were talking about this, and I was like, Zach, you don't have to worry about the kids. Do we really think that these kids are gonna make their way to Eris's stream or Avoiding the Puddle on Twitch when he's playing like Demon Souls or like fucking Silent Hill 2? Like, these kids are clicking on Twitch, they're clicking on Fortnite, then they're clicking on Logan Paul, or they're clicking on Ninja. Some might trickle down into like some other categories, but other than that, no, they're not. You're not going to get affected by it. It's only going to affect the top 10% of streamers. Yeah, Eris would he would eat them alive. Literally, he would eat them alive, like just raw. Like, he is a cannibal. I'm pretty. Yeah, this was what I knew I was going to rant about. Like, this is just silly. The fact that this is even a debate is silly. And the funny thing is that Logan Paul, who's like honestly like bigger than some A-list celebrities now, right? Doesn't even outview top Fortnite streamers on Twitch. Doesn't even outview them. Not like, he was close, but he was like behind like Summit and Ninja, or Ninja then Summit, then it was Logan Paul. You didn't dick, bitch, but thanks. Beat it. I fuck Eris. That's Eris's fucking best thing. Just beat it, kid. Get out of here. Um. So it's just stupid. Oh yeah, he's well known. He's well known than most celebrities because media has shifted to online. Exactly. Exactly. So he is massive, absolutely massive, and he's not out streaming Ninja. I mean, this is a little anecdotal, but he's so big that I can ask my girlfriend's little sister if she's like if she likes Jake Paul or Logan Paul, and like which one, like classes in like elementary school like stick to like the Logang or the Jake Paulers. Like, so like this class with this teacher is like all Logang kids, and like this class with this teacher is all Jake Paul kids, and they probably like stab each other on the playground. It's insane. Like it's like it reminds me of like One Direction, or it reminds me of um like Backstreet Boys or shit like that. So yeah, that was just my rant on this. I think it's so stupid. Um, yeah, it's just stupid. And the fact that like streamers are surprised shows that they have no sense of like future, like they can't like look into the future of their career and not see outside people coming into their space. Like what? Oh god. My channel isn't even close to being affected by this, and I still thought about this happening. Like, oh god. All right, so we're gonna go into the little bit of a fighting game section here. I don't even really know what to talk about this. I just thought it was kind of funny. Um, I mean, it's basically infiltration. Like, you're gonna see it in the title. Infiltration wants to become a sexy pro fighting game player, both to break the stereotypes and attract more female gamers to our community. Infiltration being infiltration. Infiltration is such a sweetheart. His face is he has the face of an angel. It's so clear and like nice. What does he plan on doing? Get into Yeah, I guess he I read through the text here. He basically already getting old. He is balding, but he put on a hat. He has great skin, and doesn't matter unless you're like pushing like 40. He still has like another 10 years to get ripped, right? Did you see C9 Sneaky's cosplay? I did. I saw that on livestream film. I mean, I like the direction. He's definitely not the worst looking guy in the FGC. This is kind of like, I don't know how to describe this. Like, this was like a thing in like StarCraft as well, which is what I have a lot more experience in terms of like competitiveness. Where it was like there was like a lot of like standout people who like just looked really good, and it's like kind of funny because a lot of the people who took really good care of themselves, and took care about like how they looked and like carried themselves in a good way were usually some of the better players, because I mean, you take good care of yourself, that translates into you're practicing more, you have a better mental space, you're playing games better, you win tournaments, you're looking sexy while doing it, and it just kind of builds up more and more. I mean, I would definitely say that the fighting game community has an image. I'm afraid to say an image problem. I don't think it's a problem that people look nerdy. But they do have an image. Definitely, like when you watch like fighting game tournaments, you can it's yeah. it's not the prettiest, right? But like, it kind of goes with that don't give a fuck attitude that the fighting game community has. More about the behavior than appearance. I agree, but if you can combine the two, then that's even better. Um, yeah, I mean, like, it's probably just like a mental connection, but a lot of the time I find that the um, well put together, good looking players usually performed pretty well. Just because I feel like, to me, it makes sense. I like these soap talks. Thanks, man. I like them too. Exactly. I mean, that's just, it sounds. I mean, I don't think it even sounds like silly, but like, yeah, you're good physical shape. Your brain just works better. Um, I mean, his is he has another ulterior motive of attracting more female gamers. I don't know if that's how you do it, but hey, man, whatever motivates him, whatever motivates him, right? He's been talking about attracting female players a lot. Oh, he's been talking about being fit. Well, like, um, I mean, it's been a thing for sure. It has been an esports trend. Like, you watch like those. I'm sure I don't know if you guys get them, but I get like in my recommendation, like a lot of the pro League of Legends and like Counter Strike teams, Overwatch League teams have like YouTube channels where they kind of vlog and like show what they do in their daily lives, and a lot of them have exercise routines that they all as a team go to the gym and exercise, or like all go play soccer or whatever, and then it's like you're getting healthier, and you're also, it builds more of a bond and all that. Pretty sure like Chinese and Korean pro gaming teams have physical trainers, have doesn't help. Yeah, I mean, like, I remember watching, there was a StarCraft team called Startail, um, a Korean StarCraft team, and they had a pro house in Korea, and every day they would just go outside, like, because they were in a, they had a big condo that they all stayed in, and they would go outside, and that condo had a soccer field, and they would like take laps every day, and they would play soccer like every day, just against each other, or like all on the same team. And it was just like, yeah, like, this is good. And that was like one of the best teams like in StarCraft. It's just, I just think it's a good habit, right? I think it's a good habit into. Another piece of fighting game stuff, Soul Calibur. Oh yeah, I do as well, MT. This, like, I know nothing about Soul Calibur. I've never played it. I have like 7 hours in Tekken 7, so like, just this genre of fighting game, I just am so ignorant of. But it just visually looks amazing. Visually, this looks stunning. I can't full screen it because Twitter just freezes the video if I full screen it for no reason.
Let's do this. Taste the power of my sword.
Like, I don't even really have much to say. I just appreciate this. Coming 2018. I'll definitely I'll definitely buy this, I think. I'm pretty sure I will. Exactly. Yeah, I think it will attract more players because it just looks so nice. Like, you show even, I'm gonna retweet this and everything. You show this to like someone who's never played a fighting game before, and they're gonna think like, wow, that looks really cool, right? Like, how many people have I talked to that have like seen like a World of Warcraft cinematic, and they're like, holy shit, like I need to get that game. And they get in and they're like, fuck. But it's shit like pretty shit like that is it attracts players for looks visually really nice. I hope that it's an accessible 3D fighting game. I hear that's what Soul Calibur is. I don't know how true that is, but let's just hope that it is an accessible 3D fighting game. See, I don't know what to say about this. About this article that was. Can I get banned? Like, why? Why did they gotta zoom in on this? Oh god. I've actually really wanted to get into collecting figures. But it's very expensive. And I don't have anywhere to put it. I have nowhere to put it. I mean, this just looks cool. It does look cool. The motorcycle is actually like very well detailed, and other things are very well detailed. I don't know what to say. I'm a dick. How much is it? 24,840 yen. Someone do the math. Yeah, the hentai pose is like a little embarrassing. $250? Like that's a little much for me. The spread vag. Holy shit, they have this? Alright, we're going off on a little. Oh my god, I have a vinyl player. I have a fucking record player. So. Cool. And then they have, oh, here's the video. Oh my god. Oh, here's the on one. It's so much shinier. Isn't vinyl more of a collector thing? I guess so. Some people think that vinyl sounds better. Just 12 minutes of this? Oh, it's like a full unboxing. Cool. Well, I mean, and I don't even know what to say about this. Someone posted this, and I don't know why I included it, if I'm honest. This is the last thing I got. Empty meme launch. There's a. Oh, really? I'll probably buy it. Whether you're young or old, brand new or classic, we are all gamers. We snipe our enemies, complete our quests, and most of all, we get shit done. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't mess with us. I mean, so it was. I mean, old school gamer for sure, dude. Old school. I remember when I was in elementary school playing League of Legends. You know what I mean? BioShock Infinite, old school. Go Fish. Rob honestly has the best list here. Guitar Hero's dope. Go Fish is pretty fun. I've never played Jax, but you know, Guitar Hero 2 is also pretty dope. So, God, Guitar Hero 2 was. I played so much Guitar Hero 2 at my friend's house. So much of it. But yeah, Black Ops 2 is probably my favorite old school game, you know what I mean? I think this is a good one to end on. I think this is a good one to end on. Didn't even notice Clash. Oh Jesus, my dad loves Clash of Clans. He has like a giant ass. He's been playing it for years. His fucking fort or whatever the hell it's called is like pimped out. Massive. Well, hey, an interesting way to end it. I unironically love Clash. I've never played it. I don't really play phone games. I don't really play phone. I think we can just end it on this picture. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was fun. We're gonna switch gears now, but I hope you guys had fun with talking about stuff. And we're gonna switch into Persona 5. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching today's going live episode. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay. Well, that was pretty fun, chat. That was pretty fun.